Welcome to Alaskan Man Adventures. This video covers day one of our first overnight shrimping trip of the season. Don't forget to hit your subscribe button so you can find out how successful we were in our day two edition of this amazing shrimping adventure. Hope to see you in Alaska someday soon. Okay, welcome to Alaskan Man Adventures. Today we're going to go out and try to get some shrimp. You know, it's quite a deal to get all the gear on board and all that. As you can look behind here, we are loaded to the gills with gear. We've got bait, shrimp pots, and even a crab ring, just in case we decide to look for crab in the bay with that. And looking forward to an exciting adventure. It's a beautiful day here in Sitka, Alaska. So I hope you enjoy coming along on our adventure. This is how we started our morning. Loading all the gear we needed for 2 days out on the boat. We needed supplies for such as sleeping bags and things like that. But we also brought 10 shrimp pots and a crab pot and all the lines and buoys needed to run it. But look at this beautiful day. Wow, what a great start. I never cease to be amazed by the wildlife I see every day in Alaska. And this morning was no exception. These little guys just had to greet us as we left the harbor. Hope you enjoyed the beauty as we're leaving the harbor as much as we did this morning. We just love the sound of the engine as we head off on a great adventure. Let's get this boat moving. The shrimp are waiting for us. From the captain's chair, everything's looking great today, including my beautiful wife, Rhonda. Having her along makes every trip better. Just look at that smile. Wow. The sea otters have come to play this morning, and they're putting on quite a show. Definitely one of those rare winter days on the water. Two bald eagles keep watch over all that's going on, taking every opportunity to look for an easy meal. Now it's time to get our gear ready. Can't wait to see how many shrimp are down there. Well, we're on the shrimp grounds now, and this is what we call shrimp pots. This is a 30-inch Ladner stainless steel pot, and it's
all rigged and ready to go. I just got to get it put together to do some shrimping. And so there's 3 holes in these pots. Well, there's one of them. And each one has a bungee cord on it and a clip. And they clip to the next hole, just like that. And this one clips to the next hole. And this one, of course, the little bungee thing is stuck. There we go. And they clip it to the next hole. Now what that does is allow those holes to be all pursed in, which gives the shrimp a place to crawl up and then fall into the pot. Now we're going to be hanging the bait in the middle, which makes it, that's the goal the shrimp's after. And if you put the right bait in, you'll attract lots of shrimp. For bait, I'm using king salmon, and these are all the leftover carcasses. If you saw any of my videos on cleaning salmon and preparing it for smoked fish, well, this is the leftovers that I'm now using to catch shrimp. Boy, that's one of our favorites for sure. So that's what we're doing. Now I'm going to string this right down the center. I'm going to poke the clip through the webbing, and then pull that up onto the pot like this. Flip it again, and that allows my bait to hang in the middle of the pot like that. So when the shrimp come in, they're all heading right for the bait that's in the middle. Makes it real easy to do. Now I'm going to flip this over and cinch this baby closed. And one of the tricks is to make sure that this is where the line's coming out. Make sure you cross over that, close the hole really well, and then try not to run your line across any of these openings because it might restrict the shrimp from getting in. Little things all add up to count. But that's what it's going to be like when it's clipped onto my line. And I'm going to be doing 10 of these shrimp pots on one strip. So we've got about 1,500 feet of line. I'll be doing about 500 feet of buoy line on each side, and then the pots in the middle. What I found the hardest part is always getting the shrimp pots off the boat for the first time each trip. Getting them put together, getting them organized, and then getting the first set off, which clears the deck. And you can see here, I can barely even move on here. Now, once all these shrimp pots are in the water, then it makes it a lot easier to go pull them, go through the shrimp that are on board, and it just makes life a lot easier. Now, this one, boy, it's got eggs in there. These are some dog salmon carcasses. Now these ones I didn't fillet because we're allowed to use dog salmon and pink salmon as bait here in Alaska. And so these dog salmon were caught just for the sole purpose of bait. Now there's nothing wrong with a dog salmon. If you catch a nice silver bright one out on the ocean, I won't be a salmon snob on that. I'll eat it. They make great smoked salmon, but once they're getting all spotty and colored and ugly, they usually go in my bait category. When you have access to so many different kinds of fish, it's really nice to be able to be picky. I can't pick apples where I'm at, but I can, or cherries off the tree, but I can get the best salmon in the world. Now as I stack this high, it starts getting dangerous. These pots are about $100 a piece. If you don't want to lose any, you start clipping them together. And that'll solve your problem. If they start to tip overboard, you can save some. I don't like tipping them or stacking them that high, but sometimes you got no space. Until we get all of our sets in the water, I won't have a clear deck to work with. Yeah, I've got 10 pots loaded for our first string. So we're gonna get the boat going again here and get on our favorite spot. The depths are different in every bay you go in and every area. So, I've caught shrimp as deep as 600 feet, and I've swam next to them scuba diving. I've seen shrimp this big just scuba diving in 35 feet of water. So you never know where they're going to be. All you can do is try in your favorite spots. That's what we're going to do. Really crucial when we're setting it. I put markers on my line. So you'll see this yellow marker coming up right here. It gets my pots a certain amount apart, which is perfect. Okay, we're getting down to the last little bit. We've got about 15 more feet of rope to go. Now you gotta be careful not to loop your hand on any of those loops. And when I get to my last one, I throw the buoy straight up in the air, and that pulls it out of the shackle up here. Just like that.
Time to put out the second set of the day. If you do a good job keeping your decks clean, that'll keep all this yuck out of the cabin where you're going to be spending the night. We found a perfect bay to spend the night in, so we're going to set our crab pot and see what happens tomorrow when we go pull our shrimp gear. We're hoping for a big haul. As we pulled into the bay where we decided to anchor, we saw this small pod of doll porpoises working the bay. What an amazing sight. We then took one last short ride to see what else we might be able to find. We feel so blessed as we come upon a small humpback whale feeding in a very unique style. Just watch, it's amazing. This young whale comes close to investigate us. Amazing. This little guy is probably larger than my boat. Puts on an amazing show for us. What a great way to end the day as we get ready to go anchor up and spend the night. So hard to leave all this action. But nightfall is coming soon. We must get anchored up and get some food in us. Thank you for joining me on this Alaskan man adventure. I've had a great time with my honey, enjoying the beautiful outdoors. Can't wait to see what the shrimp pots hold in them for tomorrow. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see part 2 of this shrimp adventure.